Your Excellency, President of the Republic of South Africa, the Honorable Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, and distinguished members of the South African delegation, ministers and officials of the Indonesian government, saudara-saudara sekalian, rekan-rekan media, dan kawan-kawan sekalian semuanya. First and foremost, once again, I would like to thank President Ramaphosa and his delegation for giving us the great honor of visiting Indonesia today. We consider South Africa to be a very important leader in the world, and we share a lot of common history, long struggle against colonialism, fighting for freedom. We admire the strengths, the idealism, and the courage of the struggle of the South Africans fighting against injustice and apartheid. Therefore, this visit, I think, is an important milestone in our relationship. We had a good discussion today concerning our bilateral relations. In the economic field, our trade has increased significantly in the past 5 years, but of course we would like to continue and increase the trade on a more balanced situation, and we understand that. We would like to take steps to have a perhaps preferential trade agreement or a comprehensive economic partnership agreement in this period of international economic uncertainties. I think it's very important that we have developed new relations and stronger relations. South Africa is a very important leader in Africa. I think will be important for Indonesia in the coming years. In the field of defense, we agreed to accelerate the implementation of the defense cooperation agreement that we concluded in 2023, and we will move ahead on that. Also in the field of agriculture, in the field of energy, and people-to-people relationship, especially in the field of science and education. So I look forward to increase these relations, and we will send. Indonesia has asked President of South Africa the possibility if we can send a technical team, technical delegation to discuss concrete programs in key areas where we can go forward very fast. We also hope that we can have closer cooperation in the field of people-to-people arrangements. For instance, mutual visa waiver arrangements. We support South Africa's presidency of the G20, and I have received an invitation directly from President Ramaphosa to attend. I think it's a great honor for me to attend. I plan to attend, and I think this also will symbolize the strength of South-South cooperation. We are confident that South Africa's leadership will advance into a more inclusive and equitable global economic order. Once again, I extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation for your visit, for the friendship, solidarity, and cooperation that continue to flourish between Indonesia and South Africa. We are committed to advancing our strategic partnership with South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Prabowo Subianto. And now we kindly invite the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, to deliver the remark.
Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency President Subianto, ambassadors, ministers, and distinguished guests and members of the media. It is a great honor to undertake this state visit to this beautiful country of Indonesia. I am accompanied by a delegation which is composed of ministers who are responsible for international relations, defense, agriculture and trade and investment. We have also brought a strong business delegation with a view to building a very powerful commercial partnership between our two countries. The relationship between South Africa and Indonesia is deeply rooted in our histories, and history that spans almost 350 years, beginning in the 17th century, when the very first Indonesians were brought to South Africa by the Dutch colonialists at the time. These early connections laid the foundation for a long-standing relationship between our two countries. Today's visit also deepens that relationship, and particularly because there are so many other linkages that bring us together. I took time to congratulate Indonesia on the commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the historic Bandung Asia-Africa Conference of 1955, where the South African people were represented by two great leaders of our country, Moses Kotane and Molvi Kachalia. I attended the 50th commemoration of the Bandung Conference in 2015, which was a great moment, which brought together many leaders from the non-aligned countries around the world. I am particularly pleased that today we have Indonesia as the latest or newest member of the BRICS family. During our discussions, we affirmed the importance of expanding and broadening bilateral relations on both political and economic fronts from existing bilateral mechanisms. We agreed on the need to increase trade between our two countries as a catalyst for inclusive economic growth. We spoke of the importance of building a more resilient and diversified economies between our two countries for the benefit of the people of both our countries as we face similar geopolitical headwinds. This state visit was preceded by a business forum which provided a platform for South African companies to engage with their Indonesian counterparts. One of the key goals of the business forum was to find meaningful ways for our two countries to develop pathways that will lead to the boosting of economic growth through business-to-business partnerships. We discussed global issues as partners in the organizations such as BRICS, the G20, and the non-aligned movement, amongst others. We affirmed the need to strengthen the multilateral system so as to enhance peaceful resolution of conflict through dialogue. We exchanged views on efforts to end the conflict in Gaza and to secure a just and lasting peace that realizes the aspirations of the Palestinian people for self-determination. That should result in a two-state solution, a state of Israel living side by side with the state of Palestine. We are looking forward to hosting President Subianto at the G20 Leaders Summit in Johannesburg next month under the theme Sustainability, Equality and Solidarity. Through our G20 presidency, we have focused on measures that we should all take to create an environment of inclusive growth, reduced inequality and sustainable development, especially in the global south and also on the African continent. We're grateful for the constructive discussions that we have held today, over lunch, may I add, which really made discussions so much easier. And this was also accompanied by wonderful music by musicians who can sing South African songs. So all that created the best atmosphere during which we could have our official talks. We are grateful for the constructive discussions that have taken place. We would be honored to host President Subianto to South Africa on a state visit at a mutually agreed date. He has already indicated that he is willing, prepared, and able to come to South Africa on a state visit. It is clear from our engagements today that we also share a common future of progress and development and for prosperity for all. But more than anything else, would like to thank the people of Indonesia for welcoming us with such open hearts and warm hands. So we really thank you for having us in your presence in your beautiful country. So thank you very much, President.
Amanda.
Wait. Thank you.
Thank you to His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa. With that said, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the head of states have concluded their joint press statement. Today had marked another significant chapter in the friendship between the two nations. May the bonds of cooperation between Indonesia and the South African continue to grow stronger, bring forth greater benefit to our peoples, and furthermore, collectively to the global community. Departing the Merdeka Presidential Palace, the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, and esteemed delegates.
Ya, saudara, baru saja kita simak bersama pernyataan pers dari kedua pemimpin negara. Presiden Republik Indonesia Prabowo Subianto mengapresiasi kunjungan kenegaraan Presiden Republik Afrika Selatan Cyril Ramaphosa ke Indonesia. Presiden Prabowo Subianto tadi menyatakan bahwa antara Indonesia dan Afrika Selatan memiliki latar belakang sejarah yang sama, di mana Indonesia dan Afrika Selatan berjuang atas penjajahan dan memperjuangkan kemerdekaan. Dan tadi Presiden Prabowo Subianto menyatakan pertemuan dengan Presiden Afrika Selatan berlangsung secara konstruktif, di mana ada sejumlah kerjasama yang dicapai, yakni diantaranya dalam bidang perekonomian, di mana kedua negara sepakat untuk meningkatkan nilai perdagangan di antara kedua negara. Berdasarkan data dalam 5 tahun terakhir terdapat peningkatan nilai perdagangan di antara kedua negara, namun Kepala Negara Presiden Republik Indonesia Prabowo Subianto berharap ada peningkatan signifikan di antara perdagangan kedua negara yang bisa saling menguntungkan, di mana Presiden Afrika Selatan Ramaphosa juga berharap hal yang serupa dan berharap tentunya peningkatan kerjasama di bidang ekonomi ini dapat membawa pertumbuhan ekonomi di kedua negara. Dan kita lihat sama-sama saudara, saat ini kendaraan yang membawa Presiden Afrika Selatan Cyril Ramaphosa akan meninggalkan Istana Merdeka Jakarta untuk kemudian melanjutkan agenda berikutnya. Dan kembali kami ulas dari pertemuan yang berlangsung pada siang hari ini juga disepakati dalam berbagai bidang, tidak hanya tadi di bidang perekonomian saja, namun juga di bidang pertahanan. Dan selain itu, saudara, tadi Presiden Republik Indonesia Prabowo Subianto juga berkomitmen untuk meningkatkan kerjasama di bidang hubungan antar masyarakat atau antar bangsa, dan akan membentuk tim khusus begitu untuk bisa mempercepat kerjasama yang tadi sudah diawali oleh kedua pemimpin negara. Dan tadi juga disampaikan bahwa Presiden Republik Indonesia Prabowo Subianto menyatakan Indonesia mendukung secara penuh presidensi G20 yang dijalankan oleh Afrika Selatan, dan menyatakan akan menghadiri konferensi tingkat tinggi yang nantinya akan dihelat pada 22 hingga 23 November 2025 di Johannesburg, Afrika Selatan. Sementara itu dari pernyataan Presiden Republik Afrika Selatan Cyril Ramaphosa juga tadi sangat mengapresiasi atas hasil daripada diskusi yang dilangsungkan pada siang hari ini, khususnya berbagai pembicaraan untuk meningkatkan kerjasama di berbagai bidang, ekonomi, agrikultur, bahkan pertahanan. Dan tadi Presiden Ramaphosa juga mengundang Presiden Prabowo Subianto untuk melakukan kunjungan kenegaraan ke Afrika Selatan. Presiden Ramaphosa juga kembali mengingat momen ketika ia menghadiri Asia Afrika Commemoration yang dilangsungkan di Bandung pada tahun 2015 lalu, dan ini menjadi modal kuat di mana hubungan Indonesia dan Asia dan Afrika Selatan akan terus dikembangkan dan diperdalam di berbagai bidang. Demikian informasi yang dapat kami sampaikan langsung dari Istana Merdeka Jakarta terkait dengan kunjungan kenegaraan Presiden Republik Afrika Selatan Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa. Kita akan tutup acara untuk siang hari ini. Terima kasih atas kebersamaan Anda, saudara. Selamat siang. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sampai jumpa.
Karunia yang diberikan oleh Yang Maha Kuasa kepada kita sungguh sangat besar dan sungguh sangat beragam. Namun tengah segala karunia tersebut, kita pun harus berani untuk menjadi bangsa yang berani, bangsa yang tidak takut tantangan, bangsa yang tidak takut rintangan, bangsa yang tidak takut ancaman.
Morinaga Platinum. Proven formula untuk bangun potensi anak. Morinaga, your choice, their future.
Pulang kerja sering kehujanan? Klasik jaket. Jaket yang membuat kita merasa lebih aman ketika lupa bawa mantel. Tak perlu lagi khawatir kehujanan karena jaketnya sudah tahan air. Desainnya simple, namun membawa kesan elegan. Hangat, lembut dan nyaman. 3 kata yang akan kamu rasakan ketika memakai klasik jaket. Pesan sekarang untuk berkendara yang lebih nyaman.
Saya sekarang minta Ketua LPS. Ya. Karena waktu tadi sudah banyak diambil Ketua Dan, Anda hanya punya 2,5 menit. Enggak. It's only a joke, kan boleh kan?
5 menit boleh, Pak?
Ya 5,5 lah.
Oke, Pak.
Sebelum menjabat sebagai Menteri Keuangan Republik Indonesia, Purbaya Yudi Sadewa sempat memaparkan data-data terkait kondisi dan prospek ekonomi Indonesia di depan Presiden Prabowo di acara Sarasehan Ekonomi pada tanggal 8 April 2025 lalu. Saat itu diselenggarakan acara Sarasehan Prabowo dengan para pengusaha, akademisi, dan sejumlah unsur lainnya untuk memberikan masukan kepada Prabowo sebagai Presiden baru. Dalam kesempatan itu, Purbaya melakukan presentasi yang dinilai cukup berbeda dari yang lain.
Izin Bapak Presiden. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yang terhormat,
Salam
yang terhormat,
sejahtera
enggak
untuk
usah yang terhormat lagi, langsung aja.
Iya, Pak, lanjut, Pak. Jadi, hadirin sekalian, kalau udah banyak ekonom presentasi, ekonom yang terakhir pasti keadaannya konyol. Karena semua bahan sudah dipresentasikan. Tapi saya akan coba melihat dari angle yang berbeda. Saya di LPS, saya concern terhadap prospek ekonomi kita ke depan. Karena kalau ekonominya memburuk, maka saya ke depannya akan kerja lebih keras. Jadi saya monitor terus kondisi ekonomi, dan triwulan keempat tahun lalu, saya sempat terkejut. Karena kondisi sepertinya memburuk. Kalau kita penjualan mobil, penjualan motor negatif, terus penjualan retail juga kontraksi, semen kontraksi, PMI manufacturing turun ke level di bawah 50. Saya pikir 2025 kita akan susah. Laju pertumbuhan dana pihak ketiga juga turun ke 4,5%. Untuk saya mengkhawatirkan karena income LPS akan turun. Tapi untungnya di bulan Januari tiba-tiba pertumbuhan DPK positif 5,5 menuju 6%, menuju level normal lagi. Jadi ada pembalikan di sana. Saya jadi concern, curious, apakah ini terjadi di across the board. Saya lihat, penjualan otomotif sudah mulai positif tuh. Di bulan Februari 4%, sepeda motor, mobil 2,2%.